Welcome to the book at the end of the shelf. My name is Christopher Sainton Clark. On this cold and windy evening, I'm sat alone and in the dark. I'm here to read you bedtime stories that are far from PG or mild. I wouldn't choose to play this podcast if you're listening with your child. Some of these are dark, some are funny, most are downright gory. But when you open the book at the end of the shelf, there is always a bedtime story. Episode 5, Stalker. I follow you because it brings me joy. Because you are a girl and I am your boy. Even if you are yet to know it, in my creepy way is the way I show it. I watch you from down your street as you stroll along with your size 5 feet, walking to your usual stop to buy love hearts from the corner shop. I try so hard to not be seen. I don't want you to think that I'm too keen. So I stay back on this rainy day, and I fight so hard to keep myself at bay. I let you return to your new home, the one that I am still yet to roam. You press the code 6439. The door opens as it does every time. I can see you ascend those stairs. I saw you do it once in your underwear. You stepped out with zero shame. Luna, you never have been tame. You're wild, you're free. You're almost mine. I won't let you slip through my fingers this time. I drop through before the door closes. I get a heavenly scent. You smell like roses. Roses that I can't touch. Mere fantasies, I can only dream of such. You've gone now, already up the steps. I stand here in the piss-soaked depths of your home, your block of flats. He should be attending to you more than that. He should buy you someplace good, someplace expensive like I would. Alas, it's him, the bumbling oaf, the one you chose. You can't have us both. I float up to the 6th floor and glide along to the 7th door. I can hear you move inside. You giggle at the thought of being his bride. I wait with an ear pressed to the door. I wait until I hear you snore. And then, in the quiet of the night, I let myself in and take in the sights. The sights inside your dusty home. I turn to see your landline phone. I called you on this just last week. You answered with your voice so meek. I was so scared, like I had been gripped by death, and I made the sounds of heavy breath. You were freaked by this heavy breather, so put down the dusty receiver. God, this place could do with a clean. Does he do nothing for you? Are you not a team? I think the cracks may be showing. In your relationship, I hope he's going. I could then have you, all to myself. The flat would certainly be in better health. I see a light spill from your room. You fell asleep reading, again, I assume. I step inside. The lighting is dim, but bright enough for me to make out him. Your disgusting man sleeps next to you, his unsightly body in too clear a view. I want to fill that body full of holes. A knife or hatchet would achieve that goal, but I won't tonight. I don't have the strength, and a bloody scene would only cause offense. Instead, I walk towards your drawer and open it as your new fella snores. I slip my delicate hand within. and hold a frame with my ice-cold skin. You still keep this beside your head when you tuck yourself in at night in bed. I can't tell you how much this brings me joy, a reminder of a time when I was your boy. There's me and you in this photo frame, pressed cheek to cheek on a Portuguese train. You loved me once. You loved and held me. You stroked my hair and kissed and smelled me, and now you can't. I can't touch you anymore. You've got him now, the one you adore. He killed me, Luna. He hit me with his car. He had been drinking the night I was at the Irish bar. He stared at me for what seemed like an age. I drank my Guinness and he drank his rage. He wanted you. He always did, and so when I walked home, he blew his lid. He saw an opportunity to get me gone, to end my world, my life, my song. He sped his car until it reached incredible speed, and with a single impact, he had done the deed. It was a second for me before I awoke, but not alive. My neck and back were broke. I awoke as I am now, a fractured man who doesn't know how to move along to finally be free. I unfortunately was around to see the flowers, the wooing, the cups of tea, the shoulder to cry on from the man who killed me. And the anger. You fell as if hit by Cupid. He murdered me. Are you fucking stupid? Did my love mean nothing at all that you could so easily disregard me for this fool? And now I wander in this empty plain, slowly but surely going insane, not knowing what is coming round the bend, if I'll just keep going forever until the bitter end. Anyway, my love, I've come up with a plan to rid us both of this evil man. I'm getting better at moving things. I picked up the frame, but I won't lie, it stings. One day, on your trip to the shop, I'll make myself seen. I'll make you stop. I'll keep you from returning to the flat, while the fat oaf snores, the lazy twat. The doors all locked, the windows closed, the smell of gas may swim into his nose. And if it wakes him, it'll be all too late. The candle will be lit. It won't be long to wait, until a flash of light will end his life. Of course you'll never be his wife, but that's okay, you'll find someone new. To fall in love again was never an issue. Only with him, my love, that was too far. And I'm sorry to end things like he did in his car. 2 weeks later, the sun shines bright. You bound down the final flights and step into the summer's day. Your earphones in, your music plays. You walk for a while. You reach the shop. You buy love hearts and then your face drops. You see me from across the street. I let you see me and the sight must be sweet. You take in all of me, every bit. I smile at you like an awkward tit. You do not scream or run or hide. You take in all of me, you take it all inside. You can feel me watching you, and every time you thought it couldn't be true, and it is. I'm here, as I will always be. You'll never be too far away from me. I smile and take in this beautiful day. Luna shines bright in every way. And I know that all will be okay soon, as I hear the sound of a colossal boom.
Thank you everyone for listening to Stalker. I don't really have a story about how I made this one particularly. I don't really know where it came from as a concept. I just wanted to do something that you take one preconception of a story and then you flip it on its head halfway through. I do this with the first play that my company Raising K Productions have done. My other half, we take like what we think is the story and we flip it, and I quite like when films do that. There's a film called Kill List. It's hands down the darkest, like most gets in my head kind of horror film I've ever seen, and I watched it like way too young. And it does this thing where it kind of does that twice within the film. You start off and it's this this like gritty, almost soap-esque family drama about a hitman and his wife and the turmoil that their relationship is going through. And just that itself, that start of the film itself is so claustrophobic. And then it morphs into this really, really like dark, ultra-violent, but really gritty, like detailed violence. Just so dark. And it becomes this crime drama. And then it flips everything on its head again and just goes all out like Wicker Man-esque horror, and it manages to just take you on this journey and just flip the story on its head twice. And I really love when film or any kind of story is able to do that, just flip it. And so I wanted to try having a character who you just hate. You hate to listen. He gets under your skin. He's horrible, and then to have something that maybe makes you sympathise with him a little bit, and that flip from Stalker to Ghost. I wanted to have like a real life fear that people have of being stalked and someone nasty coming into your home, to another real life fear that people have of the haunted and the paranormal, but told from the perspective of the perpetrator each time. It was quite a fun one to write. I knew that this would be quite a strong one, I think. I know it's very short compared to the others, but I think I enjoyed writing it in a dark way. So thank you for listening. Next week we have A Year and a Day. A Year and a Day I am super proud of. It's going to be it's an episode for this podcast, but it's also got legs in other forms, and I'm looking forward to building upon it as a project. So definitely give it a listen, and follow what we're doing and follow our progress with A Year and a Day, because we're super excited about what's coming for it next. And so next week is the last show in this series. So do keep following, do keep sharing, tell your friends and family, and we'll make some more. Thank you for listening, and join us next week for another tale from the book at the end of the shelf.